We're unbeaten so far, but today provides many different challenges. The first, our first game in the Europa League group stage against Marseille. The second one, a game against the defending champions of the Premier League, who actually haven't got off to a good start, Man City. Hello everyone, it is TIJ, and welcome to the second episode of our Football Manager 2018 Let's Play with Arsenal. As I said before, we are unbeaten and top of the table, well, kind of. We're joint top with Man United. What might be surprising to a lot of you is that in third place at the moment are Wolverhampton Wanderers. There's some quite weird looks at this table at the moment. We've got Everton in the relegation zone, Liverpool only on 2 points, and Man City with 8 to win the league from 4. So very interesting so far, but as I said, we are unbeaten. Obviously, last time out, if you didn't watch, we had a fantastic 4-3 win against Liverpool. You could say we were a bit lucky, but going into a Huddersfield game, we beat them 3-0. It was nice and easy, and I thought, this is brilliant. You know, we've got some confidence. But then we played Newcastle. And Newcastle are a kind of team, I think, this year that had to defend to try and save themselves from relegation. There's the whole ordeal with Mike Ashley there. And Rafa's got to kind of be defensive, particularly against the big teams, to try and get results. And that's exactly what he did at St James's Park. Shelvey got a goal, 1-0. And it was very much back to the wall for Newcastle. But we managed to get one courtesy of Aubameyang in the 63rd minute. But we could never really capitalise on it. So unfortunately, that was our first points dropped for the season. Now, we obviously had the international break. And then we came back for a televised match against Brighton, the last one of the weekend. And we beat them 4-2. Now, after 17 minutes, we were 2-1 down. Florian Andone scored 2 for them. I have no idea who he is. Obviously a new signing for them. But Danny Welbeck got one back to make it 1-1. And then Andone got his second. Welbeck got another one after a Shane Duffy own goal. So within 2 minutes, we were 3-2 up. And then Ian Robben cleaned up at the end of the match to make it 4-2. So we're unbeaten so far. But as I say, today we have a match against Marseille and Man City. We've been given Blackburn in the third round of the League Cup. And we're in Group A of the Europa League. And it's quite a tough draw, actually. We've got Marseille, Leipzig and Celtic. So I'd say that's quite a tough draw, to be fair. There's no easily winnable games in there. And looking at how Marseille have started their season in Ligue 1, I think it's 5 wins from 5. My mouse has been a pain in the bottom at the moment, so you'll have to excuse that. But Marseille have a fantastic start to the league season. They've beaten PSG, which is quite frightening, and Lyon as well. So they're off to a really good start and good momentum, and hopefully we can crush that momentum today against Marseille. So we're away from home for the first match. Leipzig obviously plays Celtic in the other match of the group. Now we've gone to that 4-2-3-1 formation that did so well in the second half against Liverpool. And to be honest, I haven't changed this since the game against Brighton. And I don't think I'm going to change it. I'll probably put Xhaka in there just for rotation over El Neni. But apart from that, I don't think we'll make any more changes. There is that young player that played well at the weekend that I'm interested in. I wonder if he's in the under-23s. Is it Guendouzi? I think it's Guendouzi. Where is he? Here he is. He's unregistered for this one, though, which is a shame. But apparently, he played really well. He's come from Ligue 2 side, Lorient. And apparently, he's got the potential to be quite a good player. He's 18 years of age. Looks exactly like David Luiz in his hairstyle. So we might be able to have a look at him for some of our league matches. But at the moment, to be honest, that looks good. So we're going with checking goal. Bellerin, Mustafi, Holding, and I think it must be Kolasinac at the back. Xhaka and Ramsey in the middle. And then we must have, I think, Robben, Ozil, and Welbeck with Aubameyang up front. Welbeck actually off to a good start this season. He scored 2 goals, I think, against Brighton, and he's our top goal scorer with 3 goals. Aubameyang also scoring 3 so far. So nice form from our attackers. I think Ozil's probably the only one of the 4 not to score at the moment, but they have quite a threatening team, the likes of Dimitri Payet, Thiago who's joined from Newcastle over the summer. They've got Steve Mandanda, Jordan Amavi, used to play for Villa. But I'm not going to discount this Marseille team because they are a good team, and again, the mouse is being a pain in the bottom. But here we go. Bellerin's the only one who seems to look gain confidence, but Ramsey and Welbeck have listened keenly. So we're going to get off to a start, and Aubameyang kicks things off as we kick off at the away end. Exciting game though this is. Obviously the Europa League is a competition we want to do well in this season, even though we've got aspirations to finish in the top 4. I'd like to do well. I'd particularly like to get through the group. If we don't get through the group, it's a little bit embarrassing, but I think this is probably the toughest group that anybody's got. Chelsea have got an easy group, quite literally. I think they've got, not quite Karabakh this time, like they did last year in the Champions League. But if we have a quick look, Chelsea have got the Greek team, PAOK, or whatever they're called, Bordeaux and FC Midtjylland. Now, that's not the hardest of groups in the world. But we have got a chance here. Robben's actually dispossessed, though, by Jordan and Marvin. We're not playing the best at the moment. Payet with a lofted ball up to Jermaine, their only striker. And he's got Mustafi, and it's pretty much 4-on-1 with our defence. And I have to say that defensively, we're not playing fantastically at the moment. I've noticed that in all our games, and Marseille have had 3 shots so far. And I have to say, currently, It's only a matter of time before they capitalise and take the lead. Gustavo to Sanson. Dispossession. Come on, Jack. Keep the pressure on. That was good, but they got the ball away. Jermaine in the box. He shoots, and that's just wide. We are going to have to change attack here because we've been absolutely dominated, and that is not good at all. For some reason, it's getting us to pump it into the box. I did not ask for that, whether it's an instruction that I've just changed or whatever. Regardless, it's not really important. We've gone with a much higher tempo, as we always do, because I think that we should be playing with a high tempo. Like, you know, we've got to keep up with the Liverpools and Manchester Cities of this world. At the end of the day, in real life, Man City won 6-1 at the weekend. That's quite fine, and that's something that we really want to try and emulate. Glisnach has been booked. That's not a good start 20 minutes in, but hopefully he shouldn't replicate that over red. Hopefully that's not what this highlight's for, but Siovin is just running through our defence, making mugs of us, and Jermaine runs through, and I'm going to have to shout at the players. This is awful. We're going to have to tell them to show some passion because they're just not doing anything. Maybe tighten up might have been a better instruction, but to be quite honest, none of our players are anywhere near there. But we do have a chance for a counter-attack here. Xhaka backs the ball away. And Welbeck, nice pass to Robben. Again, being nice and expressive. Robben, keep it unlucky. Gustavo dispossesses. Jordan Amavi to Gustavo. Good pressure being put on, though, particularly by Ozil there. To Orvin, or Teovin, however you say it. Sanson to Jermaine. Xhaka dispossesses, nice stuff. Glisnach. Lofted ball up to 23 would be good. That's Welbeck, isn't it? Yeah, but it's a poor pass. But luckily, Ozil saves it. Ramsey. Lovely ball to Ian Robben. Robben runs it through those players. Cuts inside. Very much cuts inside. It's practically in the middle. Ozil back out on the wing to Welbeck. Welbeck into the box for Aubameyang. And it's a header just over the bar. And Aubameyang, I do notice that throughout the season so far, he's had a lot of chances. And a lot of them he's just headed over the bar. So we might have to work on his heading. We might have to make him less of an aerial striker. Bellerin to Ramsey. To Robben. Back to Hector Bellerin. And Hector Bellerin, the unlikely right back. Pretty much known for his speed. Not so much his goal scoring prowess. Gets a goal. An assist off Ian Robben, quite surprisingly. And that is a nice finish to put us 1-0 up. Perhaps a bit of a lucky 1-0 up, you could argue. But Bellerin to Ramsey. Ramsey puts to Robben. And back to Bellerin. That's a lovely finish, to be honest, from the right back there. And that is good positivity and good to see another name in the squad getting a goal. If we can get a second one here, that would really help us out. But Zhorkov has took it off Ozil quite easily there. Sanson to Sakai. Welbeck putting some pressure on, but it's back to Adel Rami. Florin Tjovin. I think it's Johan Yorkov, something like that, I don't know. Jermaine on the ball. He's got no one in the box though, really. So Bellerin should get that one out, but it's disappointing. It's back to the ex-West Ham winger, Payet. Sanson. Tjovin. Sanson. We're just letting us mug us here. Sakai. Back into the box. Holding gets it out for now. Now can we put some pressure on and dispossess them? Because they are dominating us at the moment. And I think we might have to go on counter because they are really dominating. Jermaine to Payet. And to be fair, that's exactly what Marseille deserve. We haven't been very good at all today. We've been a bit sloppy, to be quite honest. And that is a bit of a concern. We're just not playing very well. So, I might say counter. Very fluid. I'll tell the players to get stuck in because it doesn't seem like they're putting much pressure on. And we'll clear the ball to the flanks rather than playing ahead of defence. We want to be fairly direct, but we don't want to be that direct that we don't retain possession. But to go behind before half-time, which we could do here, we could be a little bit of a disappointment, but a weird back pass back to Mandanda. And to Coletta, never heard of him. Lovely dispossession from Welbeck. To Pierre-Emerick. Xhaka. Ramsey. Mesut. Lovely ball to Robben. Can he make anything of it? Into the box for Welbeck. Oh, that's a shocking header from Welbeck. He could have done something with his foot there, but then we don't know with 2D how high that was. But Robben, I have to say, since he's signed, has done particularly well. He's had 2 goals, I think probably 2 assists. And from his first 5 games, you couldn't really ask much more of the ex-Bayern Munich winger. Half-time, though, and it's equal, well, I can't think what it's called. But the score's shared at the moment, so I can't think what the blooming thing's called. No, I can't think what equal terms. But that was the term I was trying to get at. Oh, I am funny, aren't I? But we just tell the players at half-time, listen, we are favourites to win this. Let's go and get a goal, and we'll win it. Which probably isn't the best thing to say. We should have had a go at the players. And the player I've just been disappointed with since we've come to Arsenal is probably Mesut Ozil. He hasn't done a lot. And that's a little bit disappointing because he really should be one of our most influential and creative players at the same time. 62 minutes in though, and nothing's happened. Can we play... sorry, not Xhaka. Can we play Ramsey at centre attacking midfielder? Let's see how he does. He's not the best of centre attacking midfielders. Really, Wilshere was the only other centre attacking midfielder that Arsenal had. But obviously he's gone now. So, we'll bring Elneny on for Ozil because he hasn't done anything. And I think we'll have to bring Lacazette on for Aubameyang because, to be quite honest, Aubameyang hasn't offered anything today. But I think we'll leave it at that. We don't want to make a triple sub just yet. But Celtic have took the lead away from home against RB Leipzig, which is quite an interesting one, actually. Celtic being knocked out of the Champions League in real life, I presume the same happened to them here. But it'd be a little bit disappointing to leave with a draw, but then you have to consider how good of a start Marseille have had to the league. But the league and obviously Europe are very much different things. Bit of a mistake there from Marseille, but we can't capitalise. Lopez, Jermaine, come on, put some pressure on. He's in the box, Payet, off the post, and if that was a yard back, Payet would have probably curved that one in, and that's disappointing to be quite honest. But going to the last 15 minutes, we are unbeaten so far this season. I'd like to keep that record up, but you know what, we're going to try and go for the win, because every point matters in these Europa League groups. And to be honest, a win is just exactly what we need. You could argue we go more attacking, that we do pose ourselves and threaten ourselves and expose ourselves, that was the word I was looking for, to a defeat. But Robben has got a corner, puts it into the box, and Marvey gets it out. Puts some more pressure on Lacazette to Xhaka, and Granit Xhaka just puts it the wrong side of the post. Right, time for another substitution. We're going to bring Iwobi on for the end of the match. We'll bring him in on place of Robben. Not because Robben hasn't played well, but for the fact that Robben is at 63% condition. Bearing in mind the chap is 34 now. You've got to give him a little bit of rotation. 5 minutes left, though, here. We are known to... Ooh. Alex Iwobi taken off injured. Not great. We're going to probably have to put Ramsey then on the wing here for the end of the match. Just more of an aesthetic thing more than anything else. But we've got 3 minutes left. I don't think anything's going to happen. And we are going to drop 2 points here. But hold on, it's not over yet. Lacazette. To El Neni, this would truly be a late goal, wouldn't it? El Neni. Aaron Ramsey. Keep the ball. Aaron Ramsey, no, he's chugged back. And that will probably be it. Bellerin. No, Ramsey. El Neni. Lacazette. Ramsey, good stuff. Put it into the box. Into the box. Rani gets it out. And that should be full time now. And the referee does blow full time. So we do lose 2 points there. A little bit disappointing. And not the best of starts to our Europa League campaign. But I agree with what Steve Bold's saying. It was a tough result to take. We didn't play too badly. We only conceded the 1 goal. The thing that where we need work is the attacking side, which is very much where we need work going up against the league title winners last year, Manchester City. Here we are then for the second game of the episode at the Etihad Stadium against Manchester City. A little bit of rotation to talk about here. Lacazette gets a start ahead of Aubameyang. Mesut Ozil also out of the team. We're going to try Mkhitaryan in that centre attacking midfield spot. Robben's a little bit tired, so we've tried Joel Campbell in that right attacking midfield space. Couldn't really find anybody else, so I thought we'll put him there. Another change notable as well. Kolasinac was a bit tired, so we've put Ainsley Maitland-Niles in that left-back position. But apart from that, the team stays the same one that drew against Marseille. Right, we're playing against Man City. Man City side that unbelievably could be bottom of the table before the end of the day, which is quite incredible. Only 3 points from their 4 games so far. 3 draws and a loss. Believe it or not, a loss against Wolves last week. But that team does not look like a relegation team. So we are the underdogs, but let's go and pull off an upset. I don't quite like that term of underdogs because really we should be the favourites here. But I suppose I'd rather be the underdog than the favourite. We're probably the underdog really because we are away from home. But let's set up to be quite decent. We probably need to get counter-attacking rather than attacking. But apart from that, I think we're all right. We're gonna not prevent short goalkeeper distribution, and we're gonna get off to a start right away. Some quite interesting matches actually going on today. All at 4 o'clock on the Sunday. We've got us against City, obviously. We've got Chelsea playing Manchester United, and Wolves obviously beat Man City last week, playing Burnley. And that's quite frightening. In the first 10 minutes, Man City already with 3 shots on the board. And we can't seem to do anything. Nice clearance from Mustafi there. De Bruyne. Otamendi. I feel like we could be in for a drubbing here, even though we haven't lost a game yet this season. But you never know. We've come back from 2-0 down before, so hopefully we can. Whether that was luck or anything else, I don't quite know. Mendy into the box for Mahrez. And Riyad Mahrez scores for City. And to be quite honest already, I think we're going to have to try and go attacking. We're going to have to try play Man City at their own game. Because if we sit back, City are going to exploit that. That's exactly what they've done. 11 minutes in, and Mahrez takes the lead for City. And to be quite honest, one thing I've noticed, it's a little bit of a pattern. We have conceded the first goal a lot this season, which is a bit worrying. Obviously, we conceded against Marseille. We conceded against Liverpool. We went 2-0 down. We conceded against Brighton. And we conceded against Newcastle. So, in fact, the 6 games we've played so far, even though we're unbeaten so far, we've conceded first in 5 of those 6 games. It's a little bit of a worry, and something we definitely got to work on our early game form. Rob Holding, quite poor to De Bruyne. They're all over us, City are here. Mahrez. Aguero. To Walker. Walker into the box, potentially, to Sane. Aguero, and that is lucky for us. And I think what might be the problem here, although they've had a bad start, there might just be a gulf in quality between the two teams. At the end of the day, City are the top team in England at the moment. But I thought Lacazette was going to prove me wrong. I started going, oh, we're not very good. All that whole debate, and then Lacazette was going to score. I'm like, oh, of course, I've been proved possibly wrong, but never mind. Mkhitaryan to Joel Campbell out on the wing. Put it in the box, son. Lovely cross to Lacazette. That's brilliant. The two players combining, the two, not substitutes, but the two rotational options. And Lacazette scores his first goal of the season with Joel Campbell getting an assist. A very nice assist, in fact, out on the right there. And Mkhitaryan with a very nice ball to Campbell. He gets missed by Mendy, I think, there. And Campbell with a very nice cross past the two City players. And Lacazette under a fair amount of pressure there, but he gets a goal back. And that's exactly what we needed to shut up the fans of Man City, even though we couldn't hear them anyway. But, yeah. United take the lead against Chelsea, and that didn't last very long at all, did it? 2-1 to Man City. That was all of, what, 4 or 5 minutes? And Man City are now back in front 2-1. I feel like this is probably going to be a game where there are going to be a few goals, and Cech quite poor there, to be quite honest. He should have got to that from the corner. But we do have a highlight straight after the goal. Fingers crossed it's not 3-1 for City, because that would really end our hopes, I feel. But Lacazette to Ainsley Maitland-Niles. Mkhitaryan. Nice ball up to Welbeck if you can keep it. He's got past Walker. Welbeck. Oh, what I meant, he's got the ball off. But Lacazette has got it back. Surely Lacazette puts it in the back of the net. He made a mistake the first time. Edison got out of jail free once, but he wasn't going to get out of jail twice. And unbelievably, within the first 26 minutes of this game, we have got 4 goals here at the Etihad Stadium. And Danny Welbeck does particularly well there to walk past those players. Not to Mendy, a bit confusing. But Walker opts for the back pass. Lacazette deflected it effectively. And it went off the post for Lacazette. And second time out, he scored. And that's 2 today for Lacazette. And it's very much an inspired pick saying to me, look, boss, Pierre's not playing very well. I've just scored 2 goals in half an hour. Surely that means I should be giving the nod a little bit more. Mkhitaryan. Only half an hour him got. Another highlight. Unbelievable. Delph. Sergio Aguero, Bellerin takes the ball off him. Sane, though. Sane into the box for Mahrez. And it's 3-2. Jesus. This is a game. Real game in our hands we've got here. Oh, dear. City have now took the lead 3 times. And you can't really expect us to keep coming back from it. This isn't great, to be honest. I'm not liking this, but the only positive we can take, we've scored 2 goals from 5 shots, which is positive, but we're letting City have those opportunities. Maitland-Niles to Xhaka. Maitland-Niles into the box for Campbell. Sane gets it out. Delph. Oh dear, this isn't looking good. Aguero. Aguero on the ball for City. He runs through the whole defence. It's embarrassing. He shoots and it's in. And that's no less than City deserve, to be quite honest. Because that defending was absolutely shocking. I know you can't keep up with Aguero, but there was 4 players there. And if you look, he's the player up there. There was 2 players behind him who he defended, actually set up quite well. But they just ran after him. They didn't try and take him on head on. And not the greatest save from Cech, but Aguero's class so simply comes through there. And it seems like we're going to lose our first game of the season, which is really unfortunate. But Burnley take the lead against Wolves. And I think Chelsea and United are drawing 1-1. But I have to say, it's not been too great. It would be even worse, though, here if City went 5-2 or possibly a goal. Either way means everything here when it's 2 goals, which is the lead. Mkhitaryan. Oh, shocking play again. Aguero set free. And that's very nearly 5-2. And our passing has been rubbish today. There's not another word for it. It's been rubbish. It's been crap. And I know that City had a sloppy back pass to give us a goal, but that's not important because I've seen on numerous occasions, just in this 48-minute period, where we just can't pass the ball. And what a shocker of a start. Lacazette really saved us from a real drubbing in the first half of 4-0. But Rob Holding looks to switch off. Well, to be quite honest, Rob, if you're going to be like that, then I'm going to have to bring you off. Because if you're not interested, I'm sure Socrates will be. And Socrates, a player who hasn't played since the first game against Liverpool, which might be a bit harsh. But Maitland-Niles doesn't like that left-back position, but tough. Mkhitaryan not playing well either. I think we're going to have to bring Ozil on, to be quite honest. And actually, he's not meant to be a poacher, Lacazette, so I'll put him as a complete forward. Flexible attack, I think, rather than very fluid. We're going to have to start to hit early crosses, and no doubt about that. And probably more direct passing. We might let City in for more, but I'm not really fussed. We'll go with a deeper defensive line, but just go with sort of a chuck-it-out mentality and see how we get on. We're attacking fullbacks as well, I reckon, here. Yeah, complete wing-back for Maitland-Niles, so he seems to like that. And then Bellerin can play as an attacking fullback, which is what he likes anyway. He's nice and quick. He'll get up there anyway, but as proven by the game against Marseille. But not the best of starts, so we've made 2 subs at half-time. That might be Pep Guardiola, you know, rubbing his hands together, going, oh, brilliant, we've made and makes some substitutions, but I don't really care. But Fabien Delph on the ball, and they've had 15 shots in this 50-minute period, which is quite frightening, actually. Well, if this ends as it is, actually Chelsea and United will be the only unbeaten teams in the league left. Ozil to Lacazette. Can we pull it back, though? Nice shot. Mustafi, that's going to be offside, unfortunately. I think it is anyway. Mustafi does score, but it's going to be ruled out for offside. Let's have a look how that one went then. Ozil to Lacazette. He had a shot, I think. 1 touch, 2 touch, bang, and Mustafi. Silly there, really, from Mustafi. Quite clear that there was, you know, players behind him and there weren't players in front of him. So obviously, it was going to be offside. But with 28 minutes to go here at the Etihad, I feel like we probably have our first defeat this season. It's been a complete gulfing class, to be quite honest here. We've had 6 shots compared to City's 20, and it's not been good enough. But this was going to come, but hopefully the players can get a comeback together. Bellerin to Welbeck, and Xhaka gets one back. Well, well, well. This is interesting. This is, you know, popcorn material. 20 minutes to go here at the Etihad, and we need 1 goal to pull off a comeback. Good throw from Bellerin, and Lacazette puts it back to him. Nice stuff from Bellerin. Welbeck can't get the header off, but a sloppy goalkeeping display. A real rarity, to be honest, for Edison Moraes, but nonetheless, I'm not complaining. But this is going to be quite a close one here. 15 minutes to go. It'd be good to lose out by 1 goal. 12 minutes to go. Can we make a sub? Problem is, none of those players look really attackingly minded. We're going to bring Torreira on for Xhaka purely because of his yellow card. And we're going to play him as probably a box-to-box midfielder. And start playing some of these players and attacking, but bring back the full-backs a little bit. See how that works the last 10 minutes. It'd be a real shame again not to get a point out of this one now. But they've made a triple sub at the end of the game. No messing about for Man City there. 5 minutes to go. Can we get anything? I do have a highlight here. Check. Welbeck. That was weird. None of them wanted the ball. Stones to Riyad Mahrez. Mahrez to De Bruyne. We really need to dispossess before Aguero gets on the ball. That's exactly what's happened. Sane. This could be a goal here. Bernardo. Fernandinho. Aguero. Check. Gets to it. Hope that's not the end of the highlight. I don't think it is going to be. Nice. Check. Stones gets it though. Bellerin. Sloppy stuff really in the middle of the park from both teams there. But Sane into the box. It's going to be 5-3, isn't it? Yeah. An entertaining match, but we just weren't in it. We weren't really in it at any point, to be quite honest. We're going to go route 1, see what we can do. But as I said, we weren't really in it at any point, and that's really disappointing from us there. 3 minutes to go of normal time. And it looks like we're going to succumb to our first loss of this Premier League season. A real disappointment once again, but it was going to come. And really, I think Man City and Liverpool, and looks like Manchester United, are going to be the real hard challengers of this season. So as long as we can pick up points elsewhere, 1 loss isn't going to do us too badly. Unfortunately, it's not going to be the invincible season repeated from back in. I think it was 04 to 05 or 03 to 04, but nonetheless, we've had our first loss and only 1 point from 2 today, which isn't a fantastic start, but I have to say, we've been lucky to get some of the results we've had so far. I mean, for example, that Liverpool result was something of incredible luck. 4-3. We beat Huddersfield quite convincingly, but none of these last 4 games have been too convincing. And we're going to come back, I think, for the Wolves game, which seems an interesting game, and this Celtic game in the Europa League. So, if you guys have enjoyed that video, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel for more Football Manager. The next episode of this will be out on Friday at 6 PM British time, and then on Saturday, and the next one will be on Monday. So subscribe and hit the notification button below to make sure you never, ever, ever miss an upload. Thank you very much for watching, folks. I've been TIJ, and I'll see you guys in the next video of mine. Goodbye.